before sundown. I look outside the tent and check the weather.
There could be
what time of day is it? So we've got a tent set up.
I think this is maybe the night we got
the night we got here? Was that how?
Yeah.
I think that was how the movement worked. We camped like right here in the hills of this mountain.
I think
right
today's the 23rd or the 24th. I'm not sure which day we're on. We're gonna say it's the 23rd. I don't know. Did we end the session the day that you arrived here?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we just made it after a day's travel here.
I just don't remember if I marked off that day or not. I think you're on the 23rd. We're gonna say you are.
I feel like there'll be a message from Miktaki any moment. No.
Maybe.
It'll be after we've moved on.
Yeah.
Like 10 seconds after we've made a decision that we can't change.
Yeah. Kangaroo's got to deliver those packets.
So what's the weather? So what's it like outside the tent?
Moderate. Could you do it?
Let's see. Moderate, tundra, skis with proficiency. If we get a good day, we could do it.
There's a forest between here and Conquest, isn't there? We could always camp in there. Yeah. I don't think we should camp in the open ground though with that dragon waiting for us.
All right. Is it morning? So we've spent a night on the outskirts of Scrag territory, right?
Yes.
But I assume we made camp somewhere reasonably.
No one attacked you in the night?
No one attacked us in the night. Yeah. Okay.
5d20. That should be 55 miles. You should be able to make it there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can. Scrags have been waiting here 1,500 years.
Thank you, Grimes.
We can.
Look, I know that
spare a day to conquest.
With all of the party dead and with the camp dead, that I'm not really the leader of any expedition anymore. So I don't consider myself in charge of you, but I appreciate you giving me the chance to try this.
Like it or not, we're in this together. Stuck on this cursed continent.
Perhaps.
I always thought this was a death sentence.
I suspected as much myself, but
just don't think it's quite fair. You winding up in well.
Hey, if it is a death sentence, maybe you deserved it, but I certainly don't.
Wow.
Well, you've earned my respect, Grimes. If not as a thief, then as a mountain climber at least. And as a friend.
Well, you guys make your way to Conquest with daylight to spare.
Right.
Here you are.
So as we like pull in through the damaged wall, right? It's like marked with fire where there was a fireball cast in the wall or something, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Skis like slide to a halt, and I say, "Well, where should we camp?" Can we see the map of Conquest now?
It's in your handout.
It's a handout, right?
Yeah. Where did we stay last? Oh, let's stay in the Bellum Temple.
Temple of Bellum, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I think we do stop by was it the keep? It wasn't the. Where was the fort set up? The one that the Scrags
in the main temple, I think, in the center.
Oh, that's right. The main temple, which is the All. Okay. So I think that is where we first come to a halt. Realize we're obviously staying at the Bellum Temple, but do we see anything here? Has anything disturbed this?
This place does not look like it's been touched since you've been here last.
Hey guys.
No signs of disturbances. Just the.
How's everyone doing tonight? Steelfy Doge. Good to see you. What's up, Ice Decaf? Not a coffee choice that I'd pick, but, you know, who am I to judge? Talmanaval, welcome. My hair is getting out of control, right? Look at this. Look how long it is. Fucking hell. It's hard to do this while looking at yourself. Should be interesting. Oh, they actually gonna play with AOC. That's pretty cool. I don't know why I messed up my hair. It's just, where's that? I can't. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, whatever. I was just showing them how long my hair had gotten. Light. There's no need to be so judgmental, you know. I'm not balding, yeah, that's true. Could be worse. I quite like that campaign we were doing last night. I'm going to try and just recreate the start that we had, because it was going quite well until the game bugged and fucked us over. Wonder what that was. Yeah, Norse. It's quite interesting. If you go to the 1066 start, the Norse religion is almost eradicated, with Norway and Denmark completely having converted to Christianity. And the Swedish king is Christian, but some of the fringe provinces are still Norse. So we're going to play as one of those fringe counts in Scandinavia and see if we can save the Norse religion. Last lag episode was a little bit slow. I don't know. I like the bits with Jexel. I think we're going to get somewhere in that campaign. It's just taking a little while to get going. We need like a real impetus to go and do something, as opposed to right now where we're kind of just maintaining. So it wasn't Prince Eric that we were Hälsingland, right? Yeah. We were this guy. 18. Yeah, this is the guy. What is Crusader Kings? This is Crusader Kings, my friend. All right, I'll give you the sales pitch. ICD Kafka. So this is the world in 1066. 1066 is an important year for one main reason, which is the Duke of Normandy, this guy, Duke William the Bastard of Normandy, is pressing his claim on the Kingdom of England and invading from the south. At the same time, the King of Norway, King Harald Hardrada, is also pressing a claim on England. So there's a three-way war for England this year between Duke William of Normandy, the current King of England, Harold Godwinson, and King Harald Hardrada of Norway. Another reason why it's important is because it kind of marks the complete Christianization of Europe. So this is a really interesting year. And we're going to be playing in Scandinavia as the Count of Hälsingland. Count Bjorn of Hälsingland. And our goal is not in a single lifetime, but over the course of our house's entire life cycle, over the generations, is to save the Norse religion here. You can see that our religion is Asatru. And if I go on the religious map, pretty much the entirety of Europe is Catholic, apart from there's just a few areas in Scandinavia. This one province in Denmark up here, these few provinces in Sweden, and this one province in Norway that are still holding out with their the rulers of these counties being Norse. What's up, Claus? What's up, Sparky? Lost Gecko. Can you start with the Catholic ruler and immediately convert? You have to have a reason to convert. So I could convert to Catholicism because my liege will be Catholic. But I don't think it's straightforward to just convert to any religion you want. You need to have like an in, like your wife maybe being a different religion, or like an event that'll come up or something. Kind of hard to do something when you're just given a valley and told to defend it. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing some interesting things with the god interactions. That stuff's been fun. But right now, I like Sean's character. Sean's character's funny, and I think the idea for everyone's characters are good. But right now, there's not much. There's no overarching goal uniting us other than just defend the valley, which doesn't really give us much impetus to do much. So yeah, I think once we can sort of establish the defenses and be happy that we can leave, then we can go out into the world and do some more interesting things. So the way the game works, Ice Decaf, is you sort of play at your rank. So we are a count in the Kingdom of Sweden. So this is the Kingdom of Sweden here, you see. And we are the Count of Hälsingland. And there's kind of like a tiered system. So there's barons who are the people in charge of like individual castles. And so like the Baron of Falene here, for example, or we are the Baron of Norale. But then you've got counts. So counts are in charge of multiple barons, meaning that the barons within the county pay taxes up to the count. And in turn, counts are in duchies. So Norrland here is a duchy. But in our case, the Duchy of Norrland, which consists of the County of Hälsingland, County of Medelpad, and the County of Angermanland, it's unformed. Like, it's not yet created. And you can only create it when you own two-thirds of the counties within the duchy. So that's what we're going to try and do. So for our purposes, this guy here, the Count of Angermanland, this guy, Chieftain Thord, he's an independent ruler. He's got no liege. He's just a count on his own. So he's only got 500 men. That's his entire military strength. Whereas this guy in Medelpad, he's also a count in Sweden. So that would be us declaring war on like another person within our kingdom. You'll see how it works anyway, but that's kind of the early game goal. Is the game still super snowbally? Well, I haven't really played it since the last time I played it on stream, so I'm not sure. It's kind of only snowbally when you really know what you're doing, I think. We're just starting again, because we got bugged last night. We're playing the Count of Hälsingland. No, it's not a... We're gonna save Norse. Yeah, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna conquer Thord, and then we're gonna have 2 of the 3 counties in the Duchy of Norrland. At which point we'll try and save up the money to create the Duchy of Norrland, which is going to cost us 250 gold. And as an additional goal, we will look to conquer Medelpad as well to get all 3 for ourselves. The thing that we ran into last night was this Medelpad guy was allied to one of the dudes down here. Anyway, let's just get started again. So first thing we're going to look at is our council. So this is our wife. 17 intrigue. What are our stats this time? The same. Are they slightly different? No, it's the same, isn't it? So we could put her on intrigue and get a +8. Or we could just put her on... She's kind of terrible at everything else, so we might as well just put her on intrigue. Yeah, I got screwed, but that's the bug I'm talking about, Tom Oliver. Oh, yeah, let's look at McTackie's updates here. McTackie is designing an Arcadia mod for this game, which is, you know, pretty sweet. So this is the religion. So is this the main religion, right? So it's tenets are astrology, blessing of Philumbra, and blessing of Bellum, which is pretty fucking cool. Sins are gluttonous, greedy, and arbitrary. Virtues are gregarious, just, and what's this one? Can't remember what that one is. Okay, what else have we got? This looks like the same. These look like the same thing, McTackie, am I? I don't know, is it just the different parts of it? Okay, cool. This is custom tenets. Oh, Blessing of Malchus. Oh, that's cool. What does it do, McTackie? What do these blessings do? That's really cool. Love to see that. Okay. So, last time, didn't we have someone that we could invite to our court to be a better steward? Not really. There's this guy, our Chancellor. He's got 9. These guys are already, like, all on the fucking... This guy's a better marshal. Let's just get our the best marshal guy on there. We'll need someone better for that. We'll swap them around as well, I guess. 10 and 9. Okay. That looks a bit better. So, our Chancellor's going to be helping us with... I think foreign affairs doesn't really matter too much right now. What is this? Integrate title. Okay, yeah, we can't do that yet. Collect taxes, disrupt schemes, organize levies, and really we should start fabricating the claim that we had last time. So let's get that done as well. You'll find out, he says. Interesting. Holy site added to the mod. Sorry, I am very interested in this work that McTackie's doing, so I will stop the stream to take a look. So what's this? This is a holy site. Oh, it's the Heatstroke Pyramid. Oh, so cool. Neil, McTackie, there has to be like an event here to do with the portal to the Demon Realm at some point in the future, you know, on some unspecified time. Elfminster, thanks for the 2 months. The mod's going to be sweet. Okay, we sorted out our council. We're fabricating a claim and metal pad. Alright, last time we made an alliance with Shelty here by marrying our son and heir to his daughter. But I was wondering if maybe... they won't do it right because they're Catholic. Let's just check, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, minus 1,120, so okay. Different faith, minus 1,000, so... There's no way we can ally to a Catholic. We can maybe ally to Sumanescos, maybe these guys down here, although I seem to recall them getting attacked and they're all weak anyway, and Pomerania's got 1,270, but they're quite far away. Well, you know, some of these have a decent... I mean, Novigrad's nice. But he's only got a son. Yeah. He's only got a son, unfortunately. Maybe one of these is better. Not them. Livonia. I was slagging them off yesterday, but, you know, maybe they'd be better. Prussia. Does have a daughter. He's only 27. He's not currently in any wars, and he hasn't got any claims, so he's probably not going to war anytime super soon. I mean, the advantage of the Sheltie is that they're very close to our target. But, and they are Norse. Is it worth the extra 200 men? No, maybe we should just stick with the Norse. You know, we should make sure that, I mean, we'd be bringing in, when his daughter marries us in 16 years or 15 years, she'd be coming in as the wrong religion, which is somewhat annoying. I think thematically it makes more sense to marry our son to the daughter of Chieftain Botulf of Sheltie here. So that's what we'll do. We're going to marry Brynolf Bjornsson to Linda Botolfsdotter. And she's intelligent. Wait, is she intelligent or are we intelligent? Yeah, she's intelligent, okay. She's 10 years older, 9 years older, which means that she'll be 25 when we come of age, but it's fine. We can live with that. We can take concubines when we're playing as Brynolf if we need more kids. Is the Carlin game at its end? Well, I was going to carry it on last night, but people seem more interested in just starting as a new character, so we're just going to do that. But if enough people want me to finish it, I will. What's up, Klaus? Jimmy? What about in North Norway? They're the same religion. Yeah, I suppose we could have married to, like, whoever this count is, right? He holds it direct. Wait. Prince Magnus? No. Who is it? So I guess, yeah. So these regions are Norse. See how they're half Norse on the map. This must just because the counties themselves are Norse rather than the landholders. Because this one's held by the king, who's Catholic. This one's held by the king's son, who's also Catholic. And this one's also held by the king's son. So, yeah, this is all actually Catholic. Unfortunately. Is this the girl when you married when you played as Molly Kai? No, I think we never actually got to 1066 in that game, did we? I don't think so. But she was from around here. What's up, Klaus? You think Baldur's Gate looks too much like Divinity Original Sin? I mean, I guess it is like that. But, I mean, that was a good game. Just feels like a slightly worse version of Divinity Original Sin to me. It's like a worse version of Divinity, but it's D&D. So it's like, it's cool that it's D&D, but it's just, as a gameplay experience, it's not as fun as playing Divinity. I think I'd rather... I'm tempted to play this game. What was it called? This game. I don't know how much anyone's played this, but it's based on 3rd edition. And it seems to have good reviews. And it's definitely like 3rd edition D&D is probably the best version for a video game, in my opinion. So I'm tempted to try and give this a go, maybe. Looks like we could sink a lot of time into it. But I know it's kind of old, so I'm not sure if people will be interested in it. Pathfinder's a really good game. Yeah, it does look good. I mean, I'm also tempted to just go and play Baldur's Gate 2 as well, to be honest, and just play 2nd edition. Yeah, it's based on Pathfinder, but it's just, isn't that essentially 3rd edition? Essentially like Neverwinter Nights. Right. What are we doing? What are we doing? 290 levies. I think we should play a slower game than last time. We'll get the claim on Metalpad, but maybe we won't press it straight away. Let's focus more on making the duchy once we've got Angerman land. And we'll build up our holding in Helsingland. So that we've got more troops, and we also will need to convert this to feudal, which is going to cost like 500 gold as well. So I think we try and build up a little bit. If we see any easy opportunities to take this, we'll already have the claim, so we can jump on it, but we won't like rush for it. I dislike how most of the narrative-based spells are useless most of the time. Yeah, 100% agree. A few times, like, I'd get like a bad dialogue outcome with a character, and I cast like Charm Person on them and spoke to them again, expecting it to have a different dialogue option, but it didn't, which is kind of lame. I think the addition kind of does matter to me. I love 3rd edition rule set so much. Neverwinter Nights. I just fucking loved it so much. Yeah, the Colin game is more or less over. I honestly believe that if Kingmaker is 3rd edition, then there's going to be a lot more nuance to the character building than a casual player would realize. Okay, let's do our lifestyle. We're definitely going with Marshall here. Ah, this is annoying. We've got Bellum Justum instead of Stalwart Leader this time. So if we've already started down... Excuse me. If we've already started down this path, I think we'd go strategy focus. Then maybe we should... Do we want to go to any of these? We haven't really got the money to get men at arms yet, so a lot of this is like kind of wasted. So I guess we just take... I mean, Bellum Justum's not bad, and I think we just switch over to Stalwart Leader and then go down the Gallant track, which gets you better knights, which is better for us right now because, you know, knights are a significant part of our forces because we've got so few troops. How did you originally get into D&D? Well, my interest was sparked as a young person by playing Neverwinter Nights. Let's just take a look at Neverwinter Nights. What a great game this was. So I played that. I bought the game. I remember I was at PC World with my dad and my friend Phil. I bought Neverwinter Nights, and we were playing the campaign, and then we started playing the online. On this server, the world was called Nordok, and it was like, it was cool. It didn't have any it was like old school, right? So it didn't have any quests or anything. But there was one quest in the module. There was just this one epic quest that involved you like being super high level and like going to all these places and collecting all this stuff and actually like listening to what the NPCs were saying and trying to work it all out. And because it was like a small server, it was on GameSpy. You could only have like 40 people in the world at once. So there was like a community of about like 100 people on the server who played. So it was like really sort of close knit. You kind of knew people that you could get famous on the server. I just played this so much, and then so I was always interested in what D&D was, but I never really understood how it worked. I remember speaking to a guy when I was playing Neverwinter once, and he was like telling me that he DM'd a campaign, and I was asking like how it worked, and I didn't understand it. And then I got into StarCraft 2 when that came out, and there was a thread on Team Liquid that JP McDaniel, who was a host for MLG, was running like a D&D game on his channel with In Control. So I watched that, and that was when Neil was DMing, and then like 2 years later, Neil was taking applications to be on Hardcore Heroes, and then I got on Hardcore Heroes, and then I've been playing with Neil like 1 or 2 games basically since then. Oh no, and I did play after watching the first roleplay, I did DM some games at home for some friends as well, basically copying Neil's style. I was serve a famous nose nut here. Thank you. I played Planescape Torment. No. Well, yeah, sort of. I downloaded it on my iPad when I was going to America in February and played it for like 2 hours on the plane, but then I fell asleep. I was thinking about playing Icewind Dale, because that's based 2e, and I think that's quite a good one to like play multiplayer with one other person, because you've got to control 6 characters in the party. It's basically more, it's just combat and dungeoneering rather than Baldur's Gate, which is a little bit more story focused. Okay, we've done this. In Kingmaker, you get a lot of crazy items from what I realised that some subclasses are much nicer than others. Also, dipping 1 to 2 levels into multiclassing felt like the way to go. Yeah, that's the thing in third. There's just loads of crazy builds because you can go 3 classes. I don't know if Kingmaker lets you go to level 40 or not, so you get the prestige classes. But there's like loads of things that you can like combo with the different classes. Like you go like a wisdom based cleric, and then you get 1 level in monk, which gets you wisdom to AC. Stuff like that. Clerics were so fucking strong in Neverwinter. They've got this spell, like they've got a spell that makes them have the same attack bonus as a fighter at the same level as them. Another one called Divine Favor, which gives them +5 to hit and damage. That's basically like a +5 sword. And there was another, like a level 7 spell called Word of Faith. There was like an AoE blind with no save. That was basically nuts. Interested to see how people get involved. Well, Ice Tea Cafe, you want to play D&D on Neil's Discord channel, I believe there is a looking for group, looking for games here, where people advertise for that, looking for one more player for a new campaign. We play 5e. Okay, I mean, I guess. Let's see, there's all people here looking to join games, so maybe you could go to Neil's Discord and make a post in there. Okay, I think are we ready to unpause? Have we done everything? Oh, we've got to nominate a successor, so we'll nominate this guy, Prince Eric the Heathen, who is our liege. He is the Duke of Upland, and we currently fall under his jurisdiction, even though we're not technically part of the Duchy of Upland. But because our duchy doesn't exist yet, he's just he's got domain over us. But he is Norse, so I would like to see him succeed, but I don't have high hopes for him. Okay, so we get the alliance with him, and I think then we just immediately attack this guy like last time. That should work. So let's do this. So we're going to declare war on Angermanland. We can just do this conquer county. So in CK you need a thing called a Casus Belli, which is a reason that you can go to war. So you need like a claim. You can't just like invade the person next to you, typically, unless you've got like a claim on that land. So that claim could be something like, you know, 100 years ago, my grandfather was the lord of this land, so therefore I've got a claim on it. Or it could be, you know, my diplomats and my chancellor have been digging through the records and technically, blah 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 blah. You can like fabricate a claim. It could be that, like, if I get to be the Duke of Norland, I might have like a claim on this county because it's technically under my domain. It should be mine as it's part of the duchy, things like that. But as a Viking, you can just conquer your neighbors. So that's what we're doing. They're always angry in that land. You better believe it. We'll slow play once we've won this battle. So we're now going to call on our ally, Chieftain Botulf here. Hope he joins the war. Oh, we should sway our Godi. We want our priest to like us. And we should take a concubine. None of these are great, but for now, we'll take Anna here as a concubine. You took Anna as your woman. Okay, good. Okay, so Shelty's going to join the war. Chieftain Botulf. Don't know why my headset does this when I'm streaming. Does it know it all the time? So hopefully his men should be raised soon. There they are. Now we can send our troops. Hopefully he just catches him here and then we don't even have to fight. Perfect. Easy. And the war is won, basically. So thank you to our allies in Shelty here. This was worth marrying our son to his daughter. He's paid the dowry in blood and land, as it should be. Okay, so this idiot's done the same thing as he did last time. Prince Eric, who is our liege here, the last remaining Norse duke in Scandinavia, has declared war on the King of Sweden with 475 men, while the king has 1,700. So he's about to be defeated, thrown in prison, and likely stripped of his titles and banished. So good job there. Get there after the fight stops. Gee, thanks guys, this is my land now, right? I mean, yeah, that's how it works. Okay, he's trying to siege our capital. You can't siege Norale. It's too strong. He doesn't have enough men. Because the garrison here is 407 men, and he only has 374, which means he's not even making progress on the bar there. Whereas over here, you can see we're making siege progress. So once this siege bar fills, if he doesn't come to break the siege, which he hasn't got enough men to do, we'll like capture this county. And then the way the war works is you get a score here. So currently our score is on 16% from the Battle of Angermanland. But you get war score from capturing the goal of the war and capturing his land. This is actually the only land he's got, so as soon as we capture this, the war will be over. Okay, we've been accused of claim fabrication, which has cost us 100 piety, which kind of sucks, but, you know, shit happens. Alright, our war is almost complete. We've still got our son here. He's betrothed. We should probably make sure that we're educating him. Okay, so I've captured his land, and I've also taken Chieftain Thord's son and heir, Sigtrig, hostage during the siege. So if I look on the war here, I'm getting 50% score from prisoners, 100% score from capturing the occupied holdings. That's because that's his entire realm, and 16 from the battle. So what I can do is ransom his son back to him for, well, we'll wait for him to have more gold. We should still have his son. So we can enforce our demands now. Oh no, we did release him. That's a shame. We lost 25 gold there. No. We don't need to slay his son. What we will do, though, is we will want to make some gold here. So it would be nice to do some raiding. Now, these people here, Helgum, they haven't got many men. And they're not actually part of Norway, right? Yeah, they're independent. So I wonder if we couldn't raid them. There's 15 gold to be made there by raiding that castle. So I say that we it's done it again. It's gone up to 900 levies. What is that? Is that because this is what this would provide if it was feudal, do you think? Maybe if we raise our army, it will go down to 300 again. Yeah, it does. Okay, we're going to raise our army here as raiders. You can see they've got these little torches over there. And this guy is a Reaver. Wait, is this us? Oh, we are a Reaver. We have the trait Reaver, which gives us 100% raid speed and reduced hostile county attrition, which means we can stay on the field for longer. We are going to lead our army of Vikings into the pansy Catholic province of Helgum here. These men in Helgum have forgotten what it means to be a Viking. They've gone soft, and now we will come and burn their villages and steal their women. You know, or not, because they also do have 311 men, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm sitting in on a strategy meeting with Prince Eric and Count Kolbjorn discussing our plans for the ongoing war. So Prince Eric is our liege. Are we his, like, chancellor or something? Maybe we're just his friend. Prince Eric is very receptive to my ideas, favouring them over the ones proposed by Kolbjorn. So Kolbjorn is the person we're trying to fabricate on. Now we're going to go ahead and use them to shape our strategic policy for the ongoing war. I knew Prince Eric would like my ideas. So I've got some bonuses from this pop-up here. Okay, our raiders are approaching the enemy. I hope we can win this fight. He's got 321 men. Some of which are archers, which is troublesome. Okay, our wife is pregnant. Oh, we're sieging this down so fast here. Boom. Raided. Look at that gold. Wait, have we even delivered the gold yet? No, not yet. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Wait, give us the gold back, guys. How do I do it? Do we want to raid someone else? We've raided them. This guy's got 1,200 men. We can't raid him. These guys? 609? I mean, it's more than us. Plus, I assume that this is a shitty town with no loot in it. No, it does have 15 loot. Trying to work out how I deliver. Oh, I'm not in my territory, that's why. I gotta go back here. Duh. Just want to deliver our loot, because if he comes and kills our army while we're still carrying it, he takes it back off us. There we go. This is gonna help pay for our claim shortly, actually. Can we raid across the sea? They've all got too many men for us. Helgum is really the only punching bag in the whole area. This guy's got 500. Maybe we could raid him. That's already been raided. The easy pickings are being swallowed up. Alright, well, maybe we just leave it for now. 15 gold's 15 gold, you know, you can't turn your nose up at that. Oh, and we got a prisoner. We captured his son here, who we can ransom for 10 gold. Which is just lovely. Let's, we're swaying this guy. Okay, we got 10 gold. So we made 25 gold off this endeavor here. Okay, there's an election here. Prince Eric has 33 votes. 20, which puts him second to Prince Halstein, who I believe is the king's son. So we're a long way off. I mean, Prince Eric's the number 2 choice, but it's not enough to win him the vote. People are voting for Prince Halkin the Red here. Seems like a bit of a loser to me. I liked his beard, but that's it. Alright, it's saying that we should feudalize Solitanum here. It's going to cost 500 gold, so we won't be doing that anytime soon. Especially since we're about to spend 90 gold getting a claim on this. Have they brought back lending money from the Jews? Oh, that would be nice, but I don't think so. No. Restore the Danelaw. Okay, we're trying to sway our Godi here, who's like our priest, into liking us more. Mention is something, so let's look at who he is. He's getting the COVID guys or something, I don't know. He's chaste, patient, and content, and a scribe. So, patient and content. Loyalty and sense of honor? No, not necessarily. Patient. None of these really scream patience to me. Or content, really. He's a cowardly follower. Well, you could say he's loyal then, I suppose, if he's a follower. His loyalty and sense of honor. Let's try that. Our recent correspondence has been a source of joy. Aha, fantastic. So he's gained some opinion of us. These guys are raiders. Are they coming to raid me? In revenge. No, wait, no. These are our allies, right? Yeah, these are our allies. Does this guy have his alliance that he had last time? Doesn't have any alliances right now. He's got no men. We could actually fire this war off immediately and probably win. I know I said I'd take it slow, but if I also did say if there's a chance we'll jump on it, and this looks like a chance right now. He looks weak as fuck. So we're going to spend the 81 gold. And we're going to quickly declare war on this guy here. We're going to call our ally in. We're going to raise our troops. And we'll march on Seilangar. Okay, he's trying to get his men out. Okay, this guy's joining the war, but I did just see his troops march down here, so it might be that they're trying to fight the king or something. Well, he's there. I don't know, maybe he'll come. Alright, we've got a daughter. It's not ideal. She is quick, though. This is from our concubine. So now the game begins, right? We need to ask chat a question about D&D. Whoever gets it right gets to name the child. So... it's a tough one. I'm running out of questions to ask, in all honesty. What was the name of the mother dragon? The big dragon in Frofra? And Lucky Claws. Snowflake. It's not Snowflake, but I I do appreciate the answer. It isn't Scoria, that's correct. This dragon. No, not Hail. I'm surprised that you guys... Okay. Sylvan Heiser gets it. Frostbite. Frostbite. Alright, what name do you want? Because I'm not typing that. What does that even... What does this even mean, by the way? Sylvan Heiser. Didn't watch Frofro. Dude, what are you watching this trash for? Go and watch Frofro. Jimmy! You got it right, but you're too late. It's my... Well, it's not my choice, though. Sylvan Verheiser. Mitit Frostbite. Okay, Frostbite it is, yeah. Good idea. Frostbite. It's the appropriate name. She's going to be a Viking one day. Frostbite Bjornsdota. Alright, we've caught them. My son and heir, Brynolf, is an unusually calm child. When the others play their wild games, he often withdraws to some silent corner. That doesn't sound good. Does not speak a lot, but I can tell he's always thinking about something. He gains pensive. Well, stewardship and learning, really not the traits of a Viking. Alright, we're winning this battle here. We can't afford to lose too many men or we won't be able to siege the... Okay, we are sieging it. We'll probably only just... Right, 285. Okay, no, we're alright. Okay, wait. Count Toke has joined. with 32 men. Okay, we don't need to worry about Count Toke of Varend. These are the same people, I think, Varend here, but he's only got 32 men, so hopefully we can end the war before that. Our 974 allied troops are here as well, so we should be good. 32 big boys. Could be. They could be big boys. We need to establish... Wait, they're raiding me. Oh no, they're not raiding me. We need to establish power soon, because once Prince Eric here is defeated by the king, there's going to be very few Norse rulers left. And if we're weak, the king will probably, you know, find some reason to strip us of our titles and arrest us. In our battle, we lost 22, they lost 59, so that's pretty nice. We're not being raided, right? It's nothing to do with us. Well, it's like it's in our duchy, but... Okay, this is almost over. He's sending his troops down here to support us. Who are these people here? This is Count Toke. Like, this is actually Count Toke trying to raid our capital, like, with 3 mates. He's just had, like, he's got pissed. He's got on a boat down here. He sailed up. They stayed drinking all the way, because otherwise they'd sober up in time. And they've arrived, like, him and his 3 mates, like, come on, we'll fucking take him all ourselves. Storm the castle. It's not going to work, Toke. And if you stay there, I am going to try and capture this guy before I end the war, because it's free money if we can capture him. You done fucked up, you idiot. Well, we captured Mayor Magnus and 2 others at the Battle of Helsingland. Literally, there was only 4 of them. We've captured 3 of them. Who did we capture? Okay, we've captured the 2 mayors and Hakan here, who is just a nobody. I don't know why this guy was here. They just kept him around because he was handsome. And none of these guys could even fight. Look, 2 prowess, 2 prowess. They kept this guy around because he was the good fighter amongst the 4 prowess. Lucky for them, Count Toke managed to escape with his 3 prowess. But that's, well, no one's going to pay for Hakan here, so we can probably execute him. But we can definitely ransom this guy for 30 gold. And nice one, guys. You just cost yourselves like a year's worth of gold. You fucking dickheads. Alright, and we will execute a Khan. And because in our glorious religion... the glorious religion of Asatru, human sacrifice is one of our tenets. So we will gain piety. Since he's a Catholic, he's considered hostile or evil by us, and we can execute it without being viewed as a tyrant. So we will burn this man at the stake for attempting to fuck with us. And then we will enforce our demands, and we will kick Kolbjorn out of Medelpad. And now Helsingland controls the entire duchy of Norland. You've just got to save up the gold to create it. That went well. Much better than last time. Alright, let's just wait for Prince Eric to lose this war over here. We're not as reliant on him anymore because we've now got like quite a lot of land. In fact, I'm tempted to like stop. God, I know I said we'd take it slow, but maybe we should try and take Helgum while we've got the chance. We could just conquer that. How many men do we have? More than him. He does have 100 bowmen though. It's 250. But honestly, like going to war at the moment is like actually making us money. We could call our ally into this war and he could probably crush this army for us. No problem. If we took Helgum, where does that lead us next, right? This is the Duchy of Jamatland. So, it means declaring war on Norway to get the duchy. Which, maybe that's not what we want to do. Maybe it's just not worth this one shitty province here. It's probably not even feudal. I'm making 3.2 gold now. We'll just save up for the duchy title. And then we're going to start upgrading our realm here. Okay, Hakan was executed. We got our ransoms. Good. This looks like quite a difficult start. Yeah, I think it probably is. Just because of the religion aspect, more than anything else. I mean, there is like free land to conquer up here. But I'm more interested in securing Sweden as a Norse country. Whether that's by taking over ourselves or by somehow getting a Norse man on the throne. Igti just stopped to say hi again. Another early night tonight, another early tomorrow, another early morning tomorrow. Well, thanks for stopping by, Igti. Sleep well. Okay, got a perk here. Let's get Stalwart Leader. Maybe we should invite champions. No, let's just save up the gold for the duchy right now. Just fly. Okay, that guy likes us now, so we're not really too bothered about swaying him anymore. I have ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times I thought nothing could upset my rhythm. As I take yet another gallop down the practice range, a commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, momentum keeps me pinned to the back of the horse as it starts shaking. Then, as if time is flowing slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. Alright, do we try and calm the horse? Which is a 70% chance that we get wounded, but a 30% chance that we gain 100 martial lifestyle experience and experienced rider, which is no good for us actually because we haven't got any cavalry. Or I dive for ground, spending 35 prestige and gaining stress. I guess like, we're young enough to survive being wounded, so I think we go for it. I can feel myself being thrown left and right, but no motion can make me loosen my grasp on the reins in the saddle. My commands eventually soothe the horse, and the animal is soon back to stomping eagerly on the hard-packed ground, as stable as ever. Such a forceful beast, alright. Would gain the lifestyle experience. Or I will take personal care to train this one. Gaining 10 stress, but we gain Warhorse. Which gives us more prestige. Let's do that, because why not? 10 stress is nothing. Berger Engel, thanks for the 2 months. Igti says, I could listen to Nick's sweet voice, like white water rafting over hot chocolate in a boat made of velvet. In the background, though. True. I still find it funny. I tell everyone that I know in real life that loads of people comment that they like watching watching because of my accent when I'm from Liverpool, which most people in England would think is a very unpleasant accent. Admiring the stallion that now follows my every command, I muse on what to call him. A name inspired by history. Mythology is full of awe-inspiring horse names. Or it's just a horse. Well, as a Viking, I think mythology is full of awe-inspiring horse names. The mythological world is rich in grandeur and names for horses. Okay, so we've got Lamri after the horse of King Arthur. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck, I clicked by mistake. I wanted to read the other ones. I didn't want to pick King Arthur. That's lame. Ah, whatever. Fucking English horses. They don't even have horses in England. Alright, looks like Prince Eric is about to be thrown in prison any second now. Yeah, I chose poorly. True. Maybe we'll have to conquer England now as to reflect the fact that we have a fascination with England. Prince Eric III is now in prison after losing his war against the king. Surely soon to be put in prison, to be stripped of his titles and executed. King Eric has become your new liege since Prince Eric titles revoked. There we go. He now has no titles. He's got a bunch of claims, but he'll probably offer to release him from prison if he gives up his claims. So we will no longer pin this character because we don't care anymore. You guys are weird, but for England instead of Japan. Also known as an Anglophile. No, it's not a. No! Fuck. To my vassal. This is why Prince Eric. God damn it, Eric. I've come to the conclusion that you cannot be entrusted with the dignity and responsibility of the County of Metalpad. I therefore request that you relinquish this title forthwith. Gets a pressed claim on the county. Lose 80 opinion of the king for 10 years. Because he considers us to be evil, because we're the wrong religion, he can revoke our titles without being viewed as a tyrant. He's got 2,000 men. He's got 200 gold. He's allied to Denmark. There's nothing we can do. We can't fight him here, so we'll have to accept. Hopefully, he just leaves it at that. Just needs to save up the money to make the duchy, then he won't feel like he can push us around as easily, probably. Okay, so this happened last time as well. Count Olaf of Aland wants to go to war with the king. There's no factions. Who are you at war with? They just lost the tyranny war and you want to go and start another one? No. Mate, you're on your own. Alright, and we get put on the... We're made the marshal. After he revokes our titles as well, a cheeky cunt. 2 gold income, really? Fuck. Yeah, that sucks. We need to go raiding again. Helgum, how's it going, lads? You got your gold back yet? No. You're good at war, but you can't govern, it seems. No, it's not like that. Are you talking about me or are you talking about our guy? It's just because we're the wrong religion. He's just a fucking racist, this guy. Nominate successor. She's the only Norse, so I'll vote for her. There's the King of Sweden's army. That's the war, by the way. Well done, mate. Really fucking great rebellion there. We would have won if you'd have joined. No, we wouldn't. We'd just all be dead instead of just you being dead. Maybe we do need to press through to the north in order to gain the strength to oppose him. I don't know. Who's his heir? Prince Halstein is the heir. How far down do you have to go to get someone who's not Catholic? She's the 4th in line. There goes the headset again. We've just not got enough intrigue to really see that done any other way. Yeah, not every rebellion's about winning, it's about swaying the hearts of the people, they say, after losing. True. I tell you what, time flies, and this game's fucking so sweet. I can't believe it's been an hour. Deobeth, we should maybe come back to this guy one day. was a tough one. Just need gold, but how can we get gold? All this costs money. Is that the Varangian Guard? This guy looks like that guy out of the Lost Kingdom. By the time my steward Andreas comes to me with his plan, he seems to have already made up his mind. Serving with the Varangians in Miklagard will bring both wealth and glory. I cannot deny that part, but I could deny his request. On the other hand, would it be right to stop someone in their pursuit of glory? So he's a steward. He moves to stay with the Emperor of the Byzantines. Or we lose 20 opinion with him and he stays here. He already he kind of hates us. I think we need him though, is the problem. Right, like, there's no one else, mate, sorry. You need it here. Like, you actually are. I'm sorry, but you actually are. I'll make it up to you here. I'll sway you. I'll send you a letter or something. Okay, our horse is sick. As Lamrai trudges out of the stable, dragging his legs and hanging his head, there can be no doubt the stallion is sick. The stable master assures me there is a cure to be found for what ails him, but it comes at a hefty price. Is this still broken? I'm not spending the gold. He's okay. That event was broken the last time I had it. I don't know if it still is. I want the king to give away this county to someone else so that we can reconquer it. As it is right now, there's nothing we can do about it. But what's up, Echo? How can we get... Okay, yeah. I was going to look through my court. Ooh, an experienced commander. 70 gold. No, thank you. An outstanding physician. 70 gold. Again, no, thank you. Alright, our marshal, no gold, no gold. I mean, does anyone in this kingdom have a single piece of gold? No. Alright, we need to raid. We've got to raid somewhere. Can we, like, raid these guys? Yat Vengi. We've got to do something. We need money, so... Maybe we could raid... Ireland. 26 gold. He's only got 400, man. This guy's only got 270. He's sitting on a fucking 20 foot... Okay. This is what we're doing. Get on the boats, lads. We're gonna go find some Guinness. Let's go. Okay. It was here, wasn't it? How goes the journey? Here we go. We're sailing. The king is out here conquering all of the Norselands. Ah! My Godi Starkad has received a significant donation of gold from the estate of a wealthy but childless landholder, now deceased. He claims the departed lived a very frugal and pious life and wished for the gold to go where it could do good. The Godi insists that I receive part of the donation as I am a paragon of Asatru in Helsingland. A tempting offer indeed, so... We can take the 50 gold. We can take 75 and lose 50 piety. And he stops and does it. Let's just take 50, that's fine. Alright, we're getting closer. Okay, Count Olaf has lost his war. King of Sweden now holds even more land, probably. Oh, he's revoking another title from us. Okay. Okay, we're back to one counter here. All right, we're gonna have to just, you know, go with the punches here. Okay. That's game over. So well played, everybody. That was fun. So Prince Eric fucked us by starting that war, and then Olaf fucked us more by starting his war. What could we have done differently? Like, we could have obviously converted, but... I'm committed to trying to save Norse in this timeline. Maybe we should play as Prince Eric instead. If we played as Prince Eric, we're 35. Just convince Eric not to run it down mid. Yeah. How though? Difficulties. Liege as a hostile faith. Yeah, well, that is difficult. I ever played Sunless Sea? No, I don't think so. What is that? It does ring a bell, but I don't know if it's just like a phrase from Lovecraft or something. Whoa! That is like Lovecraft. Oh, this looks cool as fuck. What is this? What kind of game is it? Fall in London. Oh, the Norse religious county to a little bit more to the north, not an option. Yeah, that might be the play. Maybe we don't go within Sweden. It's kind of fun. I like the idea of like existing within Sweden with this hostile leash, but it might just be that it's too difficult. I don't know. These guys are all Sumanesco, so we could play as Angermanland. We could play as this guy because he's independent from Sweden, so it might be a little bit more safe. Ship management and story driven. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. How much is it? Oh, what? Four-player online co-op psychological horror. That sounds cool. Oh, it's only $13.99. Oh, that looks. Wait, let's watch the trailer. This looks cool as fuck. Quiet. Wait, no, go back to the start. think it said eat your crew. Wow, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty fucking sweet. Absolutely the best writing in any video game since as long as I can remember. Alright. I don't know how to say your name. But you've convinced me. It's coming out of the PayPal, which is where the money from Twitch came from, so it's essentially free. Doing it for the stream. Alright. Essentially, the premise is Queen Victoria makes a deal with some shady devil-like fellas to save the prince. To save Prince Abley. And they carry London down to the Sunless Sea, and you're there. Good luck. They carry London down? What the fuck? Queen Victoria, you need to chill. Alright, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. This looks great. I might just play this instead. I do still want to do this, though. Let's see. I mean, we could play as Angermanland. The problem with playing as him, though, is that we're likely to just get declared war on by Sweden. And have no friends. We could play this guy in Norway. No, we can't, right? Because they're not. That's the prince and the king, yeah. The commission's been transferred to your account. And there's this guy down. I mean, there's Count Tokay down here in Varend. Does he have all of this? I mean, maybe Count Tokay is the way to go. Since it looks like he's got 3 counties. I think we'd either have to go Angermanland and invade some of this land early to gain power, and then come for Sweden and hope we don't get invaded by them. Or we'd have to go Prince Eric here as the Duke of Uppland and try and play from this position, which would give us a little bit more starting power, and we'd avoid the fact that Prince Eric goes to war with the king. Oh hey, my name is just hanging up here. I followed quite a time ago. What's up, Checker? Not seen you in chat before, but welcome. Alright, let's give this a... Are we done installing this? Yeah. Okay. Almost tricked me there. This should be Rakshasa, right? The prince declared war on the king, yeah. So we wouldn't do that, obviously. The sea has never been friendly to man. At most it has been the accomplice of human restlessness. Explore, take risks. Your first captain will probably die. Later captains may succeed. Oh, this is so cool. It's like the Terror guys. Change game on Twitch. Yes. Let's wait for it to... Your overlay's broken with the text boxes for follows. Okay. Okay, alright. Well, look. We'll fix it. Let me just mute this for a second. Quiet, please. Let's see. Is it broke? It is broke. So we'll go over here. And what we'll do is we'll click on that. And we'll go... like this. Now it's fixed. Would you believe it? Alright, and I'm going to change the name of the game. Go over to this. Change this to... what do we... Has anyone got a... I guess I'll just trying out some, let's see, I mean, that seems legit. Just professional streamer already, would you believe it? All right. Let's go. Driving my boat around Fallen London. Yeah, that might have worked. The traitor Empress is more properly referred to as her enduring majesty. The traitor Empress, is that Queen Victoria? Alright, we're in Wolfstack Docks. Captain's making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee. Take issue with the German wording here. Okay, it's a little bit too loud, the music. Okay, choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. Okay, in this theme, guys, just before we start, you've probably heard me talk about this before, but this show was so fucking good. You really got to check this out. A mad, self-perpetuating cycle of fear, based on true events. A brilliant, massive combination of history and supernatural horror from Stephen King himself. Wow. An AMC original series from Sir Ridley Scott, director of Alien, guys. Wow. You really got to check it out. Look at this hat. Look at this boat. Look at this icy scene that reminds you of Frofro. Wow. Look at this native, Icelandic person. It's not Iceland. Look at this lovely doctor who will probably have a good and wholesome time. I've watched the first couple of episodes of Peaky Blinders. Yes, you do remember me talking about this during Frofro. You should check it out. Alright. Let's choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. You now lodge in a room above the Blind Helmsman. Where do you hang your hat in London? Okay, well, this is where we hang our hat. Continue. You lodge in a room above the Blind... How is this all underwater? I don't understand. Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the Untersee. But who were you before? Ah, okay, I see. Okay, a street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. That last big score was enough to buy a ship. This will give you a bonus to Veils, the skill of subtlety and evasion. Okay. A poet, educated and articulate. You seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. This will give you a bonus to Pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. A veteran of the campaign of 68. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's armies lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. This will give you a bonus to Iron, the skill of causing direct damage. An ordained priest. You fell from grace. There's nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z, you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to Hearts, the skill of healing and morale. Or a natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies. And now they take you out to Z. This will give you a bonus to Mirrors, the skills of detection and perception. Interesting. I mean, this sounds like William, right? Invasion of Hell. Trickery and knowledge. I mean, sounds interesting. I'm leaning towards poet. Gonna go with poet. An educated and articulate, you seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. Okay. Shadowed stranger, sly navigator, comatose ferret. Right. A wise soul, experience, you have intuition, and your friend, the sly navigator. He's a little vague, but he probably knows what he's doing. Perhaps you can find someone better eventually. Talk to the navigator to find out why he went to Z. Okay, you are a struggling poet, now you're a Z captain. You're a stranger, quality is gone, welcome to the world. Gain 20 echo, now we've got 70. Gain 25 pages, now we've got 50. We've got a sly navigator, and someone is looking for passage. So, can we talk to this guy? Right click to speak to this officer. Okay, not yet. Let's finish this first then. What does winning mean to you? Your father's bones. Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Nah. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can at the Z. Write a masterpiece and retire. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family perhaps. Or a private kingdom. Establish a colony where you are absolute ruler. A utopia perhaps. You can't choose this now, but you may find an opportunity to switch to it later in the game. So I think we want wealth, right? I mean, we're a struggling poet, and we've given it all up to venture to sea because we're sick of a life of being destitute and poor in this underwater city. We want to find our fortune out in the oceans. Beyond the dreams, the Untersee is full of riches, death and darkness too, but it's worth the gamble. To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, upgrade your lodgings to a mansion and retire. Okay, so we're just looking to make money here. An occurrence, your objective ambition quality is now retire to a life of luxury. This determines how you will win, although you can always just retire in London for a draw. A last scrap of paperwork. Captain, Captain! An irregularity with the Harbour Master's office. They wish to know, what term of address do you prefer ashore? This will determine what people call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you. Madam. More Z captains choose this than you might expect. Sir, citizen, my lord, my lady, or captain. A term of address popular among the egalitarian sentiments. Yeah, whatever. Captain will do perfectly well ashore as well as at sea, thank you. I think captain is the one to go. Captain it is. A last piece of advice. Explore, take chances. This captain will probably die. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. Okay. Choose your name. Oh, and is this our... Very cool. Interesting. Alright, let's see. We're a poet. Oh, this is... I mean, we're a poet turned sea captain. I feel like this might be how someone like that would look. This is like a traditional sea captain. This is like a rich gentleman. Maybe this is actually... This is the Italian portrait. Bellissimo. Oh, maybe this actually... No, it's too young. Let's see. We've bought a hat. Alright, let's go. Fall in London. Deep, dark, and marvellous. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end. London, she's the greatest city on the Untersee. Oof, there's a lot to do here. Perhaps not. Okay, so the advice for captains. Ow. Tutorial or general. Objectives and story progress are on the right hand side. Mouse over an icon or click on the category heading to see details. So these are the 4 things that we've got to go through, right? This is the, like... Can we speak to him? Speak to the sly navigator. The Z captain. Look at it out there. It's not our friend. Don't forget that. Increase your mirrors. Tell me a tale and I'll tell you another. The Z is full of stories. Spending a secret will improve your mirrors, but no higher than 50. So this is unlocked with mirrors, no more than 49. You got 26. Unlocked with one secret. What does he want? So we can ask what he wants at sea. Or we can proposition him. I do talk nonsense about the Z, I know, but I like it and I like you. The navigator values sincerity. Into your hearts is at least 20 points higher than your mirrors. Interesting. So we've got... mirrors do we have? 26 mirrors. And 26 hearts, so... this is no good to us right now. Let's ask what he wants. The Z is enough. But now you mention it, I have always had a desire to see Frostfound. The place where the Z rises to become a castle. The place where questions and riddles do battle for truth. He sighs dreamily, but he is watching you carefully. Yes, Frostfound. Frostfound can be found in the very north of the Z. Cool. Alright. Alright, start at the top then. Blemigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. So, I mean, I guess we just do this, right? It's not costing us anything. Blemigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. A polite bow. You extend your hand. What is a Blemigan? Just... okay, it looks like it's some sort of creature created for the game. You extend your hand and the Blemigan leaps on. Its tendrils, okay, could have just read down to there. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its moustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. Okay. Alright. As you approach the ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. You now have one of this, Blemigan Gallivanter. Alright, cool. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. Okay. And they'll pay for information, yeah. The Admiralty's picket fleet and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays sea captains a small sum for recent information. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. The first time you trade in a port report, you'll gain Admiralty's favour. Ask if there's anything in particular they need. Okay, unlocked when objective and Admiralty commissioners, no current commission. Okay. This port, speak to our agent here and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal anytime. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company funging station somewhere not far from home waters. Visit the port below. Okay. So we need to go there. Very well. Ask to speak to a higher authority. Do you have an appointment? Not as such. Once you've proven yourself, perhaps. Survey 3 ports and return to win the Admiralty's approval. Okay. Leave the Admiralty. You don't have anything else for us. Does this mean like leave the Admiralty as a member? I'll just leave that for now. Okay. So that's a mascot you can equip instead of your comatose ferret for different stats. So this one gives us hearts +1. But instead, we can put our, which gives mirrors and pages plus, okay, this seems better, right? Mirrors +3, pages +2. Seems good. Let's get our Blemigan Gallivanter there. Advice for captains, okay. The much lamented M. Demure found a watery grave long ago. Probably your end will be no better, but if you read this book of invaluable advice, your chances will improve. Okay, so is this like... do I need to read this whole thing? Or is it better to just sort of find it out on the way? Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware the layout of the undersea changes with each new captain. You'd say just play? Okay. So we won't go on that. Alright, a passenger. Someone in the docks wants to board your ships. Agree to carry the August travel writer to Gader's Morn. He's prepared to pay handsomely for transport and is keen to commission your ship specifically. Oh, well, that doesn't sound suspicious. Yeah, I mean, sure. We'll take this guy where he wants to go. Gator's Morn, sure. Welcome aboard. The August Travel Writer shakes your hand. His grip is distressingly strong. Thank you. It's Gator Morn I'm bound for first, he says. I hear they, He hurries over to your stoker, who is carrying his steamer trunk up the gangplank. No need to trouble yourselves. Give it here. Remember, Captain, Gator's Morn. I'll pay you 150 echoes when we arrive. Okay, sure. Your lodgings. Here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest, or retire altogether from seafaring life. The better your lodgings, the better the quality of your retirement, naturally. Read the morning paper. Okay, we can read the Unexpurgated Gazette, the magazine formerly known as the London Magazine, or the Spiteful Trumpeter News. News from abroad. The Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the paper's report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet, it hasn't, you'd know. Oh ho, a promotional coupon from Ms. Plenty's Provisioners for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. You've gained one supply. Nice. All that from reading the paper. Alright, we can visit the study, but we don't have one yet. We can rest in a room above the blind helmsman. This will reduce your terror, heal a wound, and give you a restful night. Oh, wow. Purchase an elegant townhouse, consider retirement, back to the rest of the city. Or you could click on the London card on the right. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. Yeah, we've already looked at that. Visit the university that's locked. Carouse in the Wolfstack docks. Unlocked when... So, okay, we can't do this yet. Hire more crew. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies, or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. I mean, we need a crew, right? We've got no one currently. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. An emigrant will pay you to be taken north to Venderblight. I mean, we've got a job right now. We've got two jobs. We've got to take this guy to Gator's Morn. And we've got to... crew aren't officers. Then okay, so we've got 8 crew. So we're alright. Is 8 seems like enough, right? We've got 8 people, ourselves, our navigator, and a weird jellyfish thing. Left click and drag to assign officers, or right click to speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. Click the launch button to leave port. Below half means you go half speed, but more crew eat supplies faster. So ideally you want 6 crew then, or 5, but I assume they can die along the way, so. Toggle lights. Z-Bat. Repair ship if your hull is at 50% or better. Full power to the engines. The Gazetteer. Okay, this is our... Okay, let's take a little look at our ship here. We've got 10 to 14 hull. 11 to 14 life. 1 crew lost each hit if opponent is below 50% hull. 1 crew lost each hit if opponent is below 50% hull. Oh, these are our weapon statistics, right? Oh, a weapon does 10 to 14 hull damage, right? Warm-up time, okay. It's a lead beta and stain rod conditioned frigate surplus deck gun Mark II. This way up, a weapon which may serve against small monsters or feeble pirates. And we've got an elderly steeple engine. Alright, in our cargo we've got fuel and supplies, so not much. Invictus token. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. You are in unforgiving mode with no save slots beside the basic autosave. You will lose this token if you switch from unforgiving to merciful. We're going to stay in unforgiving. Okay, we've got our advice for captain's book and recent news. Outlying colonies are eager for this. This is cool. It's cool that it's like a thing that you've got, but it's not really tangible. It's just the fact that you've been to the city and people are interested in it. Okay, our cargo is 15 full from our fuel and our supplies. Can't have 2 mascots, unfortunately. There's a shop here. Knowledge is a currency in the game. So there's plenty of like shops here, but I assume they're like... This is our current ship. As a here, Legea class steamer. Trampsey has served well, but for a long, long, long time. 75 hull, 40 hold capacity, 1,000 weight, 10 quarters. And it's got these slots. Okay, there's like better ships to ship, but... Alright, so where do we see what quests we've got? God, this fucking flies. Pissing me off. You can see our hull up here, our fuel, how hungry people are. Terror. Like, is there an easy way to see like what I have to do? I'm bound for Gator's Morn. Yes, we need to go to Gator's Morn, but we also need to go to the Iron and Misery Company funging station somewhere not far from home. But assuming that we've got no way of knowing like which direction those things are in. So use WAS and D to move, tap W twice to reach max speed, tap S to slow down or reverse, and use A and D to steer. Okay. Do we use more fuel if we go fast? Can't tell. Yeah, but is it more efficient to go slow? It's proportional, okay. November 30th, 1887, discovered Bad Stavena's Abyss. 50 fragments gained. Oh, just this thing, okay. Let's not sail over the abyss, shall we? Okay, so it's there's no reason not to go. Fed the crew, good. Rowanus Rocks. Seems perfectly safe so far. Discovered Mutton Island. Here it is, Mutin Island. Okay, something awaits you. After a short time at Z, a lamp icon will appear above the logbook. It means that opportunities await you at the next port. Something awaits you in port. Is that the port of Mutton Island? Alright, we will... Any port, right? Well, we'll stop at Mutton Island, you know. Assume this is a port here. Go and see what the Quakers are up to. Circle of Light is a port. Go there for stories. Perfectly. Parked. To visit this port, click the dock button. Fires on the hillside. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs, before London fell and the waters were rushed in, smoke spirals from cottage chimneys, a lonely hill rises behind the town. We could drink at the Cock and Magpie, the only pub on the island, famed for its local cider and of course its seafood. Explore the shore. Pick up a wretched mog. Oh yeah, okay, let's explore the shore a little bit. And we'll chat to fishermen and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's the best way to make money is to file port reports for Admiralty. But do I not need to get the specific reports that they're looking for? Okay, let's explore the shore here. You wander a little way along the shore from the dock. A woman in an iridescent green gown waves vaguely from a rock near the shore. Sorrowful sighs waft across the water towards you. An idiot castaway? A mermaid? Of course not. Mermaids are a preposterous myth. I mean, you're living in a world where London literally sank beneath the waves, so... You know. Approach. The poor woman went down to your hails, but she's obviously in need of assistance or a voyage. She's probably a pirate or a drowning or someone's feral aunt. No, we shall approach the woman. We're not scared of her. That's all for now. You'll find a story when you next make port. Oh no. What game is this? It's called Sunless Sea. We just started playing. A fanged mouth rears from the water, big enough to bite a boat in half or swallow a pig. The woman contorts and slides into the water. She's the tip of the monster's tail. This will be untidy. Okay, and now I feel silly for doubting that mermaids exist. It's a formidable beast, but you're formidable too. Obliterate it. Your iron quality gives you a 15% chance of success. Flee. It's always preferable to fight Z serpents from within a ship, not from inside a serpent. Withdraw as best you can. Your Veil's quality gives you a 20% chance of success. I mean, for the extra 5%, I feel like we risk trying to fight it. It's a formidable beast, but you're formidable too. A terrible toll. The beast's scales are proof against pistol shot, and it wreaks terrible havoc before you manage to bring it down. You harvest its bones and scrape its hatching young from along the rocks by the shore. Iron 25 failed in the challenge. Try again and you may have better luck. You now have 1 harlot fry, a bucket of tiny but razor-toothed serpentlings. You have 3 Stygian ivory. Black bones of Z-monsters make for startling corsets. And you've lost 6 crew. Ouch. Alright, can we hire some more crew? Chat to fishermen. Little ships and little secrets. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work. Carnate ships putting into resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. You've lost 1 Echo, New Thought 69. You now have 1 of this, a port report from Quakers Haven. I have no idea if that's a fail or a win. We don't need a cat because we've got a weird thing. We don't need supplies. We don't need fuel. I mean, I think we have to head back to town to get more crew, don't we? So... the other option, even on a fail, would have resulted in different stuff, so even the probability is about the same. It's possible fleeing is still a better choice. But that one was actually pretty good for fail. Alright. Well, I assume that it makes sense to go back and get give in this report and go and buy some more crew, so that's what we're going to do. You've lost a crew member. Lose too many and your speed will be reduced. Lose them all and you too will die. You can always engage more in London and sometimes other ports. We're heading back to London, lads. Is there a map? Cool. Discovered Murray Straits. Something awaits you in port. Terror. When you're seeing green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark and your crew's terror will increase. Watch the pips on the terror indicator. It increases faster when you are far from land. Don't let it reach 100. So this is this over here. This is because I'm in the dark. We move this slow because we've only got 2 crew members. This is why we're heading back to London to get some more crew. Bad Stephen is Abyss. Almost back to dock. You can turn your light off with L, which actually uses less fuel but way more terror. But it's okay here, right? The air trembles. A breath of change passes. Okay, collect messages from the Harbmaster. All the clatter in the Song of the Docksides that soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Let's see, there is things. Okay. The Merchant Venturer. An urchin tugs your sleeve. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask you how you came by these things. An occurrence. Your objective of the venturer's venture quality is now 1. A dream and a scheme. The venturer has a request. Speak to him further or check your journal. If he's made 2 requests, you can fulfill either one. So we can't do these. This is a place we can't go to, I assume, and these are things that we can't kill, so... Perhaps not. Sorry, mate. Consider a surgeon. No. The Roses Wharf Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic taste and the gumption to harass sea captains. A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call mentor, is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold, or come back later. It would be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock. So I think we do have space in the hold, right? Yeah. Inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? An airy wave. Ugh. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. And public house, and there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. Okay, I mean, yeah. Sure. A courteous nod. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you may choose to call on him at the Medusa's Head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome and give you any safe conduct that you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. You've gained 10 fuel, 5 supplies, and you now have 1 menaces, suspicion. This will increase as you conduct criminal activities or have contact with rough sorts. The higher your suspicion, the more fiercely the excise will search your ships. Okay. Yeah, so we need crew. London. Let's visit the Admiralty and sell our ship report here. We can sell this, right? Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? You've lost a port report. You gained 5 echo, 1 favor, and 1 fuel. That's good. We'll leave the Admiralty out into the foggy streets, and we will head to the docks. Oh no, okay. We could carouse in the docks to try and get rid of our terror, or let's just hire some crew here. Rich pickings. Your tall tales find a ready audience. Scarred and seasoned men and women tramp aboard and find places to sling hammocks. You succeeded in the Hearts Challenge. You've lost 30 echo, lost 1 terror, and gained 2 crew. We need more crew, really. So we failed this one and lost 15 echo and gained 1 crew. So we got 25 iron, mirrors, veils, pages. Where is echo? Where do I see echo? Hearts, pages, veils, mirrors. Iron. Malachi. Top right on the book. Ah, Echo. A currency of London. Okay. So, we can't buy any more crew. So, I think a new recruit who awaits your attention. Someone wants to sign on. On later visits, different officers will sometimes be available. If there's more than one choice, you can choose one per visit. Engage an officer. The Cornelian Exile. Captain, I know the way, let me show you. Locked. Engage Azela. What desperate desire has led this one to sign on? Who cares? They're very keen. Consequently, they're cheap. This will simply increase your crew by 1. And it cost me 5 echo, so... Let's do that. Okay, we lose our terror. We gained 1 more crew, spent 5. Where's Baldur's Gate Shack? I don't know. I kind of got a little bit annoyed in the Underdark region. The fucking Boulets jumping on me and the Minotaurs jumping on me was just a bit annoying. I'm not saying that I won't go back to it, but just didn't fancy it tonight. Alright, I think we head back out to sea. I can get free supply by reading the paper in London. Alright, well, we'll just do it next time. We're heading out now. Let's go north this time. You are now well provisioned. Try venturing further from London. The risks are greater, but so are the rewards. You've gained a secret. Speak to your officers to improve your abilities. Tell me a tale and I'll tell you another. The Z is full of stories. Spending a secret will improve your mirrors, but no higher than 50. Sure. The Z. The Navigator likes to talk about the Z. He has long opinions on its beauties, its dangers, its salinity, its depth, and its contents, and the rest. Every other sentence starts with the Z, 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 Z. After a while, you reach the point of semantic cetacean, and the word Z means no more to you than the word Zop. But you seem to have learned something. Gained 1 mirrors, lost 1 secret. Hunter's Keep here. Do I recall somebody wanting to visit there? Barnet. I mean, there's a dock here, so I will visit it. Don't crash into the wall. Thank you. Gotta get them port reports, yes. Hunter's Keep. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other Untersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. Well, well, well. Doesn't this place sound ominous? So we can present yourself at the house. They will have heard your ship. Why hide? Walk in the gardens. Take a couple of burly sailors with you. Oh, excuse me. Just in case, but the gardens are tranquil as moonlight. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns are well tucked away in the folds of the ground. Anything else? Or spy on the house. The place may not be as simple as it seems. A very modest challenge. Like, should we present ourselves at the house? Knock and enter. A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you to the parlour where 3 young women wait. Well, that sounds good. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us? A ship's horn far away. You'll find a story when you next make port. You are acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep. So, we can have luncheon with The eldest, who is melancholy, pensive, and occasionally dramatic. The middle sister, who's sunny, restless, and prone to giggles. Or Phoebe, who is soft-voiced, watchful, and unpredictable. Romance. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Unpredictable, prone to giggles. These both sound dangerous. I'm going to go with Cynthia. I mean, she's melancholy, pensive, and occasionally dramatic. That seems... Cynthia is the... Cynthia grasps your arms and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop, Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. You now have one terror. You now have one tale of terror. That's all for now. You've gained 1 supply. You're acquainted with the sisters. You've lost 9 hunger. Iron remains unchanged. And you now have the gods of the salt's attention. It's watching you, if it even exists. Very cool. Let's get the news. Even the sisters aren't feeling sociable. They can be tempted out of their lair by the smell of new stories. Okay, these people clearly vampires. You ask the sulphur-eyed maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured, and you're invited to lunch. Okay, well, yes, now we'll have lunch with Lucy. We already had lunch. Do we want lunch again? I don't know. Shall we search the island? Don't want to run into any vampire bats. Let's search the island. The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. Okay, we've got a port report. Should we have a second lunch? We probably should, right? Let's try Cynthia. No, Lucy. Lucy, the middle sister, is showing restless and prone to giggles. A daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in the attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently against the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. Okay, we lose 1 terror, gained 1 supply, and now we've got Stone's attention. So fantastic. The parlour is... Okay, let's leave. Good. Onwards. I spent recent news to refresh it. Right, because I went and like told them about recent news. Okay, I see. What are these guys doing? Could I shoot them? Should I stay near the coast, or? Feeling a little bit scared to be... Aha, there's a light. Go, land, land. You receive fragments when you discover new places. Acquire enough of them and you'll gain a secret. Dust echoes, even a sepia tint to the air. These are the waters around the tomb colonies. Hornman's Stag. Looks like we've got a dock over here, so we'll be checking this out. Mm-hmm. 50 fragments gained. Wait. A row of watchful Zebats hang from the cable, their heads swivel in unison as you cross the deck. Discovered Venderbrite. Few die in fallen London. They come here instead. The tomb colony of Venderbrite. On deck, you can hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Okay. So we can explore Venderbight. We can visit the first curator. Or we can gather gossip. So let's gather gossip first. Who's plotting what out in the tomb colonies? Along the coast of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. You now have poor reports of Venderbight. Good. So we can explore the city, or we can visit the first curator. Z Captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. Alright, we'll visit him. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Listen to a whispered request. Z Captain, Silkskin. Not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colours. 7 colours. Pay well. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Venderbight. A long, low chuckling. Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to the Z. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. You got an emote thanks to Atlas Scores subscription. Atlas Scores, thank you for subscribing. I'm not sure what this means about the emote. Only visible to me, okay. What is it though? K-pop selfie. Fantastic. Thanks for the K-pop selfie. You love to see that. Thank you. Okay. So he wants us to get him colours to bury himself into the Grand Sanatorium. Yeah, I mean, sure. No more words. It collapses, rustling, back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favour. You now have The Neath Bow, a book for children. 1 page is devoted to each of the colours of the Neath, which are not found on the surface. Return to the curator with each of the 7 impossible colours in hand. The book's pages give you clues, but you'll need to seek far ports. Apocyan, Cosmogon, Gant, Irigo, Pelgan, Violent, and Virik. Okay. And I guess we'll explore the city as well. Here they favour candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. 1 building in 3 seems abandoned. Remnants. In a wide space behind the hollow temple, you happen across a stepped platform of sorts. 4 statues guard it, marked with glyphs, but all lost to time and idle vandalism. They look a little like glyphs that decorate the Echo Bazaar in London, though. At the heart of the platform is a long-filled well shaft too. You poke about it briefly, but something in the place makes you uneasy. A frost moth, The size of a farmer's hand flutters down to perch on the well's edge. Another. A third. You retreat. You've gained 20 fragments and 1 terror. Alright. Let's leave. See you later, Bender Light. It was fun while it lasted. I just finished this game recently, really good. Nice. It said gift, I had no clue what I was getting myself into. You've gained a secret. Speak to your officers to improve your abilities. So we'll speak to our guy here. Increase your mirrors. Right, because this is the mirrors dude. I mean, yeah, we'll just... Okay. We've already had this this voice line before, so... Voice line. It's not a voice line. Pickett's Bluff. We're in the dark. Should we turn our lights on? Oh, that is our light. There's an iceberg here. Do we have ammo? Can I, like, shoot this? The fuck is it alive? Don't fight that. Okay. Totally fine. Cancel the battle. Stop it. I don't want to see it. How do I make it go away? You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Keep the enemy in range while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your prow light. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew makes progress towards firing a firing solution. Okay. That'll fuck you up, I think. Okay, this is an arch that we can go under, right? Aha, dock. Fantastic. Malachi, we shall visit Wither. Just, you know, living icebergs, nothing to worry about. A chilly city beside a waste of salt. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with unlikely colour. Alright, we can explore the town, gather intelligence, or take shore leave here. So let's gather intelligence first. The citizens of Wither enjoy questions, so much so that they will always answer a question with another question. This can make intelligence gathering frustrating. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of the day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough implication and supposition to compose a report. Alright. And we'll explore the town. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are the odd sights tucked away. The wind speaks. You fall into a reverie as you wander over the shore. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, of a gate in the north, of a pale light that began there, of a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness though the ships may sail. You lift your eyes. On the wall of the saltworks, someone has scrawled, "Is there a sea more sunless?" Fragment remains unchanged. You now have the gods of the Z, Storm's attention. That's all for now. Okay, cool. Had some cool stuff. We can't do this, so time to leave. I mean, we've still got 10 food and 13 fuel, so I think we keep heading north. Avoiding the lifebergs here, the living icebergs. Let's put our light back on. Oh, come on. Oh, this looks dangerous. This game is cool. Okay. A little. Is this safe? This doesn't feel too safe. Shit. How much damage does that do? A 1, okay. Alright. Damage. Your hull took damage from a collision. Wait, what? The Untersee has no northern shore. Space is forbidden. Time contracts to a single frozen instant. There is only one way, north. The High Gate. You huff and fumble your way through the darkness. The stokers labour below. As in an old sick dream, fuel evaporates. Sailors stiff into statues. Bad idea. Yeah, it does kind of look like a bad idea, doesn't it? Safety. This is not a good place to be, but at least it is a place. Frost found. The castle where riddles fight questions to the death. For a while there, you were somehow beyond places. Perhaps you survived. Okay, you've lost 3 crew and gained 50 terror. You've lost 6 supplies, lost 1 fuel, you've gained 4 fragments. You have the scars of the north. You are returning to port. Didn't we... Isn't this where our navigator wanted to go? Frost found. Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. Okay, I can engage an officer, take tea with the squatters at the dock, ask the squatters about the castle, can't enter the city, allow the navigator to examine the tower, or create a port report. Well, that's a learning experience, I guess. Yeah, I mean... I feel like if we can get a port report for here and we can do the navigator quest and get back to London safely, it's maybe not so bad, but am I going to take another 50 terror, like, heading down back to the Southern Sea? So let's do a report first. Not all are Iremi or Withen. There is the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor. Now and then very cold, very sad, rubbery men. But for the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns. You now have a port report. You'll be good. The problem is you only got 3 crew and 50 terror. Yeah, but I'll be alright when it gets back to London, right? Right? Okay, let's take tea with the squatters. Some of them wear the robes of Iremi riddlefishers. Some look like the Whitehern folk. It's even more ragged. They do seem a little more practical than either of those peoples. If you get back to London. It was easy to get to London. Right? A surprisingly warm welcome. We're keeping the steps for the game of truths, a helpful riddlefisher explains as she fills your cup for the 3rd time. Every year the people of Irem and Wither meet here for contests, she finishes vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours, while the tea is supplemented with Iremi liqueurs, pale white-hern beer, and something the riddlefisher describes blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the riddlefisher grins. From time to time a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. Gained 1 supply, 1 fuel, and lost 10 terror. Okay, that's good. Let's allow the navigator to enter the tower. He climbs the steps, panting eagerly. This is the Zee, you see, he calls back. The Zee risen to become land. Ice is the Zol of the Zee. In ice we find the Zee at her most exemplary. And he's off again. You leave him to examine the tower, staring up at the battlements, his breath dragon huffing. Where is he? Only a few minutes later you glance back and the navigator is gone. You climb to the steps to examine the spot where you last saw him. His coat lies in the snow, his footprints end at the tower wall. You poke through his coat and find a brass telescope from the Carnate, a much annotated chart, tobacco, an alarming quantity of lice, but the navigator is gone. You never see him again. Lost our sly navigator. We've gained an outlandish artifact. Okay, and revelatory chart. The dark spectacled admiral will want to see this if your admiralty's favor is high enough. Okay, that's cool. Alright, and I guess we'll try and engage a mechanic since we've lost our sly navigator. It's going to cost 20 echo. The tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfount. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. Brrr. So glad to see a ship at last, ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, furnished to live a hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. Increases veils and fuel efficiency. Okay, well... yeah, we're going to be very slow. Let's engage our officer. Oh, maybe we could have used that money to get... men. Okay, I think we need to head back to London, right? Like, now? We're just going to go nice and slow. We're just chilling. We're just having a nice time. We're going to head south. We've got our little jellyfish man. Wait, equip the officer. Oof. Close one. Chief engineer. Let's do it. How do I do it? G. Aha. Officers. Chief engineer. Alright, nice. Let's speak to him. Hello, hello. Busy now, but always got time for you. Invite him to dine with you. His tastes are Spartan. He eats little, drinks only water, barely sleeps at all, so you only need to lay a simple table. Spend the secret to improve your veils. Map? Yeah, let's invite him to dine with us first. An appeal. Thanks for the meal and the company. No, no wine. It makes me sleepy. Oh yes, I can sleep. Too easily, that's the problem. He hesitates. There's a draft I take nightly to substitute for sleep. It works well enough and it keeps me sane and upright, but I wish I could enjoy just one night's sleep if you could help me. We need a Clayman from Polythreme. We need a mirror catch box and we'll need to go to Hunter's Keep. I'll explain when we get there. No, I'm serious. I would owe you a great deal. Mirror catch boxes are rarely sold in London but can be found in the Carnate and occasionally elsewhere. Lost one supply. God damn it. Map. How did we... what? Oh. I thought we were just, like, north. I didn't realise that we'd, like, teleported. Now I see why you were saying if we get back to London. Okay, you're lucky you aren't further away. Fair enough. So I wonder if the best plan is to just like go this way and hope that we catch land. I don't really want to sail across the open dark. Your crew's terror is reaching dangerous levels. You can lower it in certain ports and slow its rise by staying close to land and keeping your prow light on. Yeah, so... okay, I guess we've got fuel, so I'm going to stay close to the land here. Do these lights keep us, like, from feeling afraid? They don't in open water, okay. It would be nice to hire more crew and buy more supplies. We are kind of low on food, but we don't have many men, so we've got that going for us, which is nice. We're currently like level with this land here. I kind of want to just go left and hope for the best. I mean, like, this continent could sort of, like, go out like this here. So I could keep going north and hope that it goes round, or I could just sort of go left and... Oh, I see land. Whew. Okay, it's not much land, but it is land. Okay, remember, if you encounter any scary shit, you can still press F. Make sure you double speed, but costs more fuel and makes the engine explode. Oh yeah, I'm sure we won't encounter anything scary at all. This place looks totally normal, like... Yeah, only a normal-sized creature would be able to write text on rocks that big. Boreal Reach. Is this snow? Toucheth and it puffs to vapour. Your crew huddles close to the warmth of the pipe and funnel. Blue lightings crawl leisurely up the funnel. St. Erasmus is dancing. The cry goes up. Discovered Codex. Hopefully we can buy something here. Supplies. Kind of low on supplies. The Isle of Codex, a desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. Okay. Acquire a doomed monster hunter. Compile a port report. Silently forthright. The exiles see many come, fewer leave. Some are even willing to communicate, but their gestures are unfamiliar, the meanings unclear. Even when you can understand, there are answers without questions, as useless as a key without a lock. You now have port reports for Codex. If we can get back to London, we've got so many port reports. Okay, look. I can see the land. It's quite a long way back down, but there wasn't anything too scary along the way, and we're basically there. It's just whether we've got enough food, really. There's the arch that we went through. I suppose we can still dock at these towns, because there might be the chance to get more supplies there. And reduce our terror, which is at 50. Come on, Malachi, you can get back home. It's been a tough journey out to the north. We've exchanged a Sly Navigator for a tireless mechanic. What does that do? Oh. There are no islands within the Z-Bat's range. Oh. That's cool. So we can like send the bat out to look for land. Very cool. Okay, so each one of these is like another 1 point of terror, right? The Z is wide and dark. Terror is increasing. Okay. Pickett's Bluff. There's a horde of bats out here that we'll just stay well away from. We're going to drop in on the tomb colony over here. I'm a little bit worried by these bats. Hopefully they'll stay away from the shore. We're down to 3 supplies. That's okay. We've been on 3 for a while. We're going slow. The problem is that we're going to have enough money to be able to buy new crew members. Since we lost so many getting lost to the sea. Okay, there's a dock here. Laughter from the foredeck. Dust echoes the waters around the tomb colonies. Alright, we're going to stop here again. I think this is worth it on the off chance that there's supplies here. Alright, can visit the first curator. That was the guy who just asked us to get colours from, right? Or we can explore Vendabight. An unorthodox technology. Sweeter scents draw you into a shop which sells candles, lilac, lavender, honey. You fall into a discussion of their manufacture with the shopkeeper. Yes, she says, proudly displaying her missing arm. We render ourselves to good end. I don't look like that. Our fats are of finer quality than any other, and we grow tired of our bodies down here. What the fuck? Gained 1 terror. Alright, good shit. Nice one, guys. Okay, making soup out of my own limbs. I mean, soap. Depart for now. Yeah, I mean... Okay, there's no more to gain here. God, we've got no money. We've got 4 money. It's not enough to buy a new crew. Although, we do have all our port reports to sell, so maybe. Zale is at the call. Sorry, horrors below. Zale is at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Call them away. Don't look at it. Yeah, don't look. I shudder in the hall. Whatever's down there, it's better to not know. They'll forget soon enough. You've lost 1 terror. Weird game, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Well, I like it. I do love a Lovecraftian game. We're at 2 supplies. How close are we to London? Okay, we're not too far from London. It's the next one down. Yeah, but Saxius, you basically just called that and made it happen. The writing is kind of like Pratchett meets Lovecraft, yeah. It is a bit like that. Carissa's point here. This will be a fun one to play on Halloween. What day does Halloween end up as? No, 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 no. No, no. What's happening? Pirates. Shit. Saturday. Maybe we can stream Friday, Saturday night. Next Saturday, right? No, leave us alone, please. Do we have to fight these? Oh, can we kill them and take that crew? Oof. Let's gather their supplies. Oh, we lost some terror for that, I think. Loot and scuttle the ship. She's a vile old vessel and these Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Lean pickings. These pinnacles don't sail far from their hidden harbours, but here's something at the back of the hold. You finished opening a chamber of curiosities, a box full of mysteries. A stout crate. Crates, the source of sustenance, the fundamental element of cargo. A crate of supplies. Yes, thank you. Hardtack and water and an unexpected box of nails. A would-be wit remarked that the nails look tastier than the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her. You've gained 5 supplies. That's just what we needed. What are you dressing up as? It's not that I'm too old, it's just that It's not really as much of a thing in England as it is in the US. So probably not going to dress up. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. Inquire about their dreams the next morning. What did they see? Your page's quality gives you a 62% chance of success. Well, we've got some supplies. Our terror's only 50. Let's try it. The captain can't be seen to take things like this seriously. We've literally just gone to a town of walking corpses, so, I mean, anything goes at this point. Eyes and a face. The whole Neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof. Captain, it's the roof. It's watching us. Eyes and a face. Eyes and a face. Yes, you say softly. And you lay your hand on the Zayla's burning forehead. There are storms in the roof. Hush. We won't join them yet. You succeeded in the challenge. You gained 10 terror. And you gained 20 fragments. Well, that wasn't worth it. Cosplay as Malachi. How though? A staff, a robe, a wig. Okay, we're so close to home. Just gotta sail past Low Barnet. Is that actually land, Low Barnet, or is that under the sea? Looks like under the sea to me. Sounds like good inspiration for a game based on the horrors of the sea. What is? I mean, this is a game based on the horrors of the sea. Although, the real scary game based on the horrors of the sea is fucking Subnautica, which is terrifying. Oh, I meant for an RPG. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. I love that Neil plays D&D only, but sometimes I wish that he'd run just Call of Cthulhu for us once. Just one little Call of Cthulhu campaign. Every time he does a horror episode, it's so much fun. Guys, I think we did it. We made it back to London after... The sequel to this game is in space and there's a tabletop version for it. Wow. Bonus points to add a circuit to make it glow. Warlord, you overestimate both my ability and my enthusiasm for this suggestion. You're in a Call of Cthulhu campaign. Nice, Klaus. Oh. I can't believe it. We made it back. I was getting a little worried when we first realised that we were... Oh no. Who's this geezer? An inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the Customs Service to admit the existence of. The Ministry are here looking for those. Nothing to hide. You shrug and invite them to search the ship as thoroughly as they would like. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than the mouldy ship biscuit. You've lost one menace. Suspicion. Good. The lights of London welcome you home. A breath of relief. As soon as the gangplank touches the quayside, the terrors of the deep sea lighten. Walk taller, smile more readily, but what dreams may cling. Coming home. Terror is always reduced to 50 when you return to London if it's higher. However, if your terror was high, you may suffer nightmares later. Okay, so terror reduced from like 60 to 50. Collect messages from the Harbour Master. Let's see. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign on. The Blind Bruiser attends to businesses on the dock. That's all for now. A free evening, and the Rose Market hasn't changed. Good evening, Captain, and what a marvellous evening it is, if you don't mind my saying so, and given it is my impression you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you're so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour to Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo, if you happen to be in the area. The cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. You'll need at least 1 unit of space in your hold, which we've got. I mean, sure, I don't know where it is. I don't know where Mount Palmerston is, dude, but sure, yeah, I'll go. If you'd like to be so kind to deliver this little gift to our friends in Mount Palmerston, then I'll see what gets to hear about it. And when you come back, we'll cover your expenses. Bon voyage, as my aunt, who is French by birth, if not by inclination, used to like to say. Mount Palmerston is generally somewhere northeast of London. Northeast? There's land to the east. You now have one unstamped crate of brilliant souls. You agree to smuggle souls from London to Mount Palmerston. Souls? Okay. Alright. A lot to do here. The Venturer's Desires. Okay. Can't do these, so. Consider a specialist surgeon. Can't afford that. Rose's Wharf. This is the market. Escort some interested acquaintances to the Rose Market. They hope to make a satisfying trade. This will usher in a new day at the Rose Market and perhaps new buyers. Puppet plays press on uninterrupted. Personal collections grow. Words written in fogged mirrors are hastily wiped away. The exotic exchanges pollinate dreams. Oh, have I just wasted my free evening by doing this? Okay, I see. A veteran privy councillor is seeking an outlandish artifact. Don't we have one of these? You've lost one outlandish artifact. You've gained 150 echo. Nice. Oh, well, that was worth it then. So we spent our free evening and we got a guy who was looking the thing that we were actually looking for, that we actually had, and we sold it and we made a bunch of gold, which is just what we needed. Normally those are only selling for 100. Nice. Okay. So we can get a tattoo. Let's just do the basic shit first. Alright, let's visit the Admiralty's survey office. Okay, we can trade in our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reports here. So Hunter's Keep, 5 echo, 1 favor, and 1 fuel. Vendor Blight Bite, 10 echo, 1 favor, 1 fuel. Wither, 20 echo, 1 favor, 1 fuel. And Frostbound, 30 echo, 1 fuel, 1 favor. And finally Codex, 20 echo, 1 fuel, 1 favor. And asked to speak to the Dark Speckled Admiral. We've got that thing that he was looking for. We need 3 favor, we've got 6, so no appointment, but apparently I'm to show you in anyway. Very well. Oh, this guy looks cool. You are ushered into his office of Mansion's Pyre, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk. Ah, yes, the merchant captain of whom we hear so much complicated things. The Admiral will purchase intelligence from you. Okay, we've got a few options here. Assistance with substance. Ask if the Admiralty can provide a little fuel to cover your costs. This will take you to the dry dock, where 1 point of favour will get you 2 to 3 fuel. Okay. Submit vital intelligence. Submit port reports. Submit a revelatory chart. This is what we got, right? This is what we got when our navigator left, so let's do this. A careful inspection. He scrutinizes the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. 250 echo. Well, we sold our navigator. We got an engineer, but we made 250 echo from it, so that's pretty good. I don't think we need to buy fuel. We don't have any port reports to submit. Let's see what he needs. Information. Visitor port will be interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest and will be interested in the strategic information you gained thereby. We will pay you well, don't worry. We understand you can't be expected to act entirely for the love of the Empire. His lip curls. What's left of it? Okay. Return to the docks. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. So let's do this. Let's provide a secret to get into the university. Quite impressed. Oh, yes. The university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh, yes. This is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. You lose one secret. A twist in your tail. You are now antiquarian. Interesting. You've gained 1 page. Oh. The Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is a mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her. Is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary. To keep his. Is it his? Razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below. So no, unfortunately not. Alright, so we can't carouse. Why not? Because we've wasted our free evening. So we need to repair the ship. We can try and steal... Wait, if you've done good work, the Admiralty will issue with a book of little chitties. This will exchange 1 point of Admiralty's favour for 2 to 3 fuel. No, we don't want to do that. If you're badly damaged and short of money, this is worth a go. L&S, Leadbeater and Stainrod Shipyard. L&S will do you a fair job for a decent price, but they have your reputation for cutting corners. Cotterell and Hathersage Shipyard. CNH has a reputation for reliable work for a slightly higher price. Or the Admiralty Yards. You can call in favours how cheap, good quality work done on your ship. Good for now, your ship's in acceptable shape, thank you. Employ Rattus Faber engineers. The rats have fallen under remarkably skilled engineers and they know ships well. They are not, however, reliable. Payment is in kind, not currency. Okay, so I think that we just pay the cheap price. I mean, we've only lost 19. The challenge will always give fuel. This challenge here. Right. I mean, we do need fuel, I suppose, so let's try it. If you've done good work, the Admiralty will issue with a book of little chitties. Success, eventually. The good, free fuel. The bad, a half-hour argument with the quartermaster who insists that your chitties have not been stamped by the Office of Incongruous Requests. Eventually, she grudgingly permits you to load your fuel cart. Hearts 25 failed in a challenge. You've gained 2 fuel. You've lost 1 favour. Is it cheap to just buy fuel? I don't know. Right, I'm going to repair my ship first. All shall be well. You've lost 75. Hull quality is now 68. So let's just do that again. Okay. So we've fixed our ship. Let's leave here for now. Let's see who awaits our attention here. A new recruit. Engage an officer, the irrepressible cannoneer. 20 echo. The sigil-ridden navigator. Aye, let me guide your ship. I know all the Z. How it was, how it will be. Please, aye. The headaches only stop when I'm working. Ooh, this guy sounds cool. 50 echo. You love the cannoneer, eh? Alright, we'll try him. He's only cheap. Okay, we've got an irresponsible cannoneer. Let's go back to London. Oh, that means we can't hire a sailor. Okay, that's a shame. Alright, we need to hire more crew here. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies, or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. You need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. Rich pickings. Your tall tales find a ready audience. Scarred and seasoned men and women tramp aboard and find places to sling hammocks. 3 crew for 30 echo. That is nice. I want to do that again. And this has worked. We've got 2 crew this time. Okay, nice. We're at 8 crew now. Hiring an irresponsible cannoneer would be a bad idea. That is true. Maybe we should just get the last 2 crew. Like, we've got the gold for it, and we've been losing crew. Let's just do this. Okay, spent another 30. Good. We can take this guy to Vanderblight again at some point. Okay, we visit our lodgings, read the morning papers, gain 1 supply. Okay, this will reduce terror, heal a wound, and give you a restful night. Shop and food. Yeah, okay, sure. Where is the shop? Oh, shops. Oh, yeah, okay. Supplies. Right, that seems good. So our ship's fully healed. We've got good supply, good fuel. The only problem is that we've got so much terror. Not sure that there's really much we can do about that. Optimal ratio for fuel to supply is 3:2. Okay. What's up, Chrombopulus? Turn up at the last minute here. But it's good to see you either way. You are a VIP after all. Okay, a visit to Clathermount's tattoo parlor. You're a real Zalan after all. You'd go to one of these tobacco and pray places by the docks, but the prices at the Clathermounts are reasonable and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? The Dauntless Hand. Commemorate your daring. This will increase your iron by 2 and cure up to 25 points of terror. Well, yeah, we'll get the only one we can. You've lost 25 terror. Ah, that is nice. Your own sweet skin quality is now the Dauntless Hand. Yeah, let's equip our irrepressible cannoneer. Okay, we've almost spent all of our money. We've got our crew up to 10. We're fully healed. We've got enough fuel and stuff. I think we're good. Our hold is... What can we do with these things? Can we sell these? Common goods. Devices. Can sell our Stygian ivory to this guy. Harlot Fry. This is a quest item. This is a tomb colonist. Bucket of tiny but razor-toothed serpentlings. I don't see anywhere to sell them. No. We just got some 3D printers at work, which I'm going to be running. How do you feel about a 3D logo for your desk? Yes, man. I feel very strongly about that, Chrombopulus. That would be awesome. That's really cool. Well, like the Zerg logo. That'd be sick. Thank you, my dude. I look forward to it. All right. It's 10 to midnight. This feels like a good place to save and call it a night. This was a fun game, though. I'll be coming back to this. Thank you for the suggestion. Meme woo. I appreciate it. Or whatever these symbols say, I'm not sure. Do you have something that you'd like to be called? Yeah, no worries, Crumbopulous. I mean, take your time. Tractor Beam. No, I've not played this before. Someone just suggested it to me. So it's well up my street, though. It's story-driven. It's based on sort of Lovecraft. Exploratory. I like it. It's pretty cool. Management. I like a roguelike like this. I mean, I don't know if you would call this a roguelike, but I like sort of management and see how far you can get. I play this this phone game where you're like a lost ship trying to get back to Earth, and you have to manage. You have to like go to different. You have to like go to planets and mine resources and go to stars and get. Whoa! We're wasting food here. Fuck. Yeah, well, don't worry, Tractor Beam. You can come back tomorrow night, play some more. And you've subscribed as well. Just W, I guess. Okay, W. Well, thank you for the subscription, W. I appreciate that, my friend. It is really cool. Well, you know, we've not done too much, so I'll give you a recap. So next time when you come, you can catch up. So we went south to Mutton Island and ran afoul of a Leviathan, which we fought off, but not before losing half our crew. So we sailed back to London and hired some more crew. And then we sailed north. We visited Venderbite. We visited Wither. And then I didn't look at the map, and I just kept going north through these islands. And got lost at sea and ended up in Frostfound in Stoddard's Haven. But lost half my crew along the way and gained 50 terror. So then I made a frantic search for land and found Codex. And then from there sailed back south, fought off some pirates around Censor's Arch, and headed south all the way to Fallen London. And in London we've repaired our ship after a battle with our pirates. The pirates, we got a tattoo to reduce our terror. We've restocked on fuel and supplies, and we managed to sell some of the stuff and the reports we've got to pay for it all. So yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot to carry on. Manual save. No. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's turn the thing to this one. Thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Same time. I think it's, you know, in 19 hours from now. Wait, no. 21 hours from now. And then we've got D&D on Thursday, which is going to be exciting, no doubt. And then Friday night, I'm going out. Saturday night, I'm playing board games with Greg and Sean and Faye. And maybe even Ryan and Neil, who knows, but probably not. But I might stream that as well on Saturday night if you guys are interested in that, which I recommend is probably going to be a good time. I don't know what board games we're playing, but get to hang out with Greg and Sean, Faye. They all seem to like know each other really well. Like they all seem to know Faye really well, hang out with each other and play Final Fantasy and stuff. No one ever invites me to do this, so it'd be nice to get in on the board games, you know. Because Greg's stealing Sean off me. It's kind of sad. Do you know what though? I've been rewatching Frofro, so spoilers for anyone who's not seen Frofro. You probably just turn off the stream now, and you won't get spoiled. But for those of you who've seen Frofro all the way, I've been rewatching it, and the amount of times that Faris and Yaramir do one thing and Grimes and William do something else, it happens quite a lot. And a lot of the times, like disagreements fall down those same lines where it's Faris and Yaramir on one side and Grimes and William on the other. And it's just quite foreshadowing how it all ends up at the end. Alright, well anyway, Thank you for watching, guys, and I shall see you all later.